Okay, guys, so now we're back. We're back with some more rock and roll. Now we're gonna get into
We're doing Led Zeppelin again, but since a lot of you guys made comments that we should show something earlier, well, we go into the heart of it all, baby. Rock and roll from the Song Remains the Same show, an album that they did in 1973. And this is Led Zeppelin. I mean, at the top of their game. This is rock music like it should be played and how it should be heard. And this is just the greatest stuff. So. Yeah, well, yes, he did. He did. I have to talk to him about that. But yeah, no, he did. But this is just a great song and ass-kicking song. So
I hope you guys enjoy. In the movie?
Yeah. The movie was basically a concert. They had a little part, which was very interesting.
Okay, so it's not really a movie. It's just like a concert, like just singing.
Well, what was cool about it, the movie, was that each of them had their little 5-minute, 10-minute segment where they do their own little film, their own little story. Each member of the band. So they all had their little thing, and then basically it leads to them going into Madison Square Garden in New York, and they do this concert. It was filmed over 2 nights in 1973. And basically that's what the movie is. But it's cool that the little stories of, actually, and Peter Grant, who's their manager, also has a little story that he does. It's just a very cool movie. But
watch it one day.
Yeah, you should. If you want to be a rock and roller, you have to. Yeah, this was one of those movies, and back, in the 70s.
It's not a movie like Bohemian Rhapsody.
No. This is just a concert movie, basically. But you didn't have cable, you didn't have a lot of the stuff you have now. So they would show these movies in the theaters. So we would go like on a Friday night, midnight showing, right? And once a month, every couple of months, they would show this movie. So I must have seen the movie hundreds of times, and I'm not exaggerating, because whenever it came on, everybody was there watching it, because they were
all stoned.
Now, cannot confirm nor deny, but
rock and roll, you know what I mean?
It's the greatest rock concert movie ever, and you'll see how great these guys were, and I guess still are to a certain extent.
Okay.
So
let's get into it.
Let's do it. I'm not low. How can you fall asleep for this? They do. No, they have a really nice mellow song. Absolutely. Hanging out with us in the background.
Okay, you said this is in Madison Square Garden. Where is this concert?
Yeah, Madison Square Garden.
What year?
73. The movie came out in 73. I think it was filmed in 1973, and it was filmed over 2 nights. And the album, the record of the movie, actually, you can tell there was 2 different nights, because some of the songs are slightly different on the record than they were in the movie. You could tell little things. I mean, they're the same, but you can tell little things where they do a little bit different. But yeah, this was in 73, and this was the height of their greatness. Yeah.
guitarist is really, really good.
Well, Zeppelin is, and like Queen, Zeppelin is one of those bands that every single member is an incredibly gifted
Do
musician.
they all write songs though?
They all did. They all did. Not as much as Queen. I think Queen
They all
share
write
a lot,
songs,
right?
and
More
they-
than
and
more
some
than
of their
these guys.
songs that they wrote, some of them has become like a number one song that they.
Right, but like I said, like with Queen, Queen, every member is like an incredible musician in their own right. Zeppelin, there are other bands too, but Zeppelin is also like that. John Paul Jones, probably the greatest rock bass player, and John Bonham, the greatest. And you ask anybody, the greatest rock drummer, hands down. Neil Peart from Rush, maybe. There's a few others, but Ginger Baker from the old days. But John Bonham was the greatest, and you can just
drummer?
feel the drummer. So him and the bass, basically, the rhythm section, they just carry everything, and then Jimmy just goes on and does all his leads and all his crazy guitar playing. So
Now, does Robert play any instrument, or he just
no,
sings?
not really.
piano,
His
nothing?
voice was his instrument, and his voice was, for the time, for what they were doing, the greatest voice. He was like one of the greatest frontmen because of the voice. And
He's not the greatest frontman. Freddie's the greatest frontman.
no, I know. Oh no, I agree. That I agree. I mean, Freddie was definitely
That's
more
just
of a.
my opinion.
Well, he was more of a showman. This guy who
it's
stood there
just-
and he was more.
Yeah,
he
Freddie
stood there
was a
and
showman.
and
He
looks.
was-
Robert
he
Plant
was-
stood there and looked sexy, kind of thing.
Right.
And sang. I mean, he can hit those notes. But Freddie,
He's
yeah,
like
he was an entertainer. Yeah, no,
he
that
just loves
I
to
definitely.
entertain. Yeah.
You know more Zeppelin than you think, We are rock and roll at heart. Deep down there. You probably do. I wouldn't be surprised. You probably do. That's another story for another time. And maybe another channel. Listen to this drum solo. Whew. Catch your breath.
That was good.
That wasn't good. That was great.
If you want to light up.
Okay, do that on your own once I leave. But that's rock
Does
music,
that bring back a lot of your memories, so you don't have any memories
no.
from back then?
No, I still remember. No, yeah. I mean, like I told you, I've seen the movie hundreds of times, and it never gets old. It's just so good. And John, well, he died. I think he was 32. I think in
drummer?
1980.
So
Yeah.
What he died of?
Overdose. It wasn't drugs. I think they were rehearsing for a tour at Jimmy Page's house, and he just drank too much. And I think a lot of vodka, and he just drank,
Sleep
overdrank,
poisoned,
and he went to
alcohol
sleep.
poisoned.
And they think that he choked on his vomit during the night, and they came to get him in the morning, and he was unresponsive, and that was that. But
And they
yeah.
got a new drummer after that, or they just
Well, they didn't really play that much after that, and they They actually, when they did Live Aid, they used Phil Collins as one of the drummers,
Okay, yeah, 'cause he
and
plays
somebody
the
else,
drums.
somebody
from
Thompson.
Journey, right?
No, Phil Collins was from Genesis.
Oh, okay.
You know Phil Collins. He had a lot of songs on it, right?
Yeah,
He was a drummer.
Genesis Journey.
Yeah, and but that didn't go too well. And then the first video that we showed last week, John's son Jason Bonham filled in, and he's actually a very
His
good
son?
a very good drummer, and he plays similar to his dad. But yeah, you can't replace John Bonham. He was just the greatest, and like I said, each guy, Jimmy Page, one of the greatest guitarists, John Paul Jones, the bass player, and Robert Plant, of course.
Good.
No, good. I'm glad you approve.
I like that.
So you guys wanted some real Zepp. That's Zepp. We
So
had
we're
some.
gonna do some more stuff.
Yeah.
They have a lot of songs.
You have suggestions.
Some of their songs, so.
You do. I think you do more than.
I know "Stairway to Heaven."
Yeah, and then all the songs. We used to play rock music, and she was never part of us but she was listening in the background.
A disco.
She was.
But I know some.
No, you do.
Not the hard rock, but
you know more than you think you do.
I like the soft rock, like rock and roll, not the hard banging kind of.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, there's something for everybody in music.
Yeah.
That's what's cool about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got your let out, as they say, because I did. That was fun. Yeah. So.
All right, guys. So we see you in our next video, and thank you for watching. And make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below, and let us know what you want to hear next.
Thanks, guys. Keep rocking. See ya.
Peace out.